red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. You know,
I remember the whole,
New York, unique New York.
beginning part.
Right, we filming?
We are all set.
All going? Okay. If an antelope can eat a cantaloupe, no. If a God-given seed can grow an illegal weed, that if Kim Kardashian is high fat. Okay, we'll just do if an antelope can eat a cantaloupe, and if a circus clown can ride a bike upside down, then there ought to be a way to make you love me. And I was going to ask if you love me, but I think that I won't. Why would I want you to say it when I know that you don't? I went to see a doctor of philosophy at a very prestigious university. He had an air of academic superiority. I think he might have thought that he was better than me, but on the subject at hand, we came to agree there ought to be a way to make you love me. I explained to him you'd been in love before, so logically it followed you could love some more. The guy you had been with was an awful bore, and why you even liked him was above me. And he liked this other girl, but she didn't want to date him, cause she liked someone else. Ad infinitum, and it must be the spirit. If it's not the letter of the law, you only like someone if they like someone better. But the professor was an optimist. He swiftly demurred. He assured me my anxieties were completely absurd. He said, according to the transitive properties, the fourth in BC by Socrates, if a thing is the same as a similar thing, which is equal to this third thing that's got you on a string, the first and the third things ought to be the same, and if they're not, check your work, because most likely you're to blame. And in light of the law of gravitational pull, the equation should confirm our theory in full. Yes, there ought to be a way to make you love me. He said, now, I don't know if you've read any Kant. He was published in German, in very small font, but I can anglicize and modernize it all if you want. There ought to be a way to make you love me. And I was going to ask if you love me, but I think that I won't. Why would I want you to say it when I know that you don't? His method of instruction was a little bit bland, and he subsequently billed me 55 grand, but I was happy to help the professor get some things off his chest, and honestly I left feeling much less depressed, because I realized that love is a spiritual test. Like for a medieval knight, with a cross on his chest at the big grand finale of a holy grail quest. You're an angel, you're the devil, you're a divine masterpiece. So I stopped outside a church to discuss it with a priest. He said love is a garden, it takes time to grow it. It gets a little out of control, it's when you mow it. Be sure to give it plenty of direct sunlight and water. I can't swear she'll love you, but she damn sure will oughter. I said, oh, you must be a Baptist. He leaned on his rake and said, I'm the landscaper kid, I think there's been some mistake. But something in my diction must have gotten his goat, cause our conversation most definitely hit a sour note. And I was going to ask if you love me, but I think that I won't. Why would I want you to say it when I know that you don't? He said, look pal, I'm sorry, that's my best advice. I'm not offended if you found it to be a bit too concise. I've got bushes to prune, I've got weeds to tackle. Monsignor's in the tabernacle, I'm in the chapel. Go give him your confession, that's why he gets paid. Though I'm not sure what a priest knows about getting laid. At first I thought, you know, he's right, I shouldn't even bother. But eventually I went inside, I found my way to the Father, singing hallelujah, singing hallelujah. He said, bless you, child. I said, that wasn't a sneeze. He said, pray with me, child, please, down on your knees. I said, I read the papers and I'll pass on that, thank you. He said, you're a naughty boy, and the Lord telleth me to spank you. I said, I'm only naughty in my mind, Father. That's why I'm here. I've been chasing one tail for what feels like 10 years. She's got me going crazy, got me crying through the tears. There ought to be a way to make you love me. He said, well, technically sex is an offense against God, but on the other hand, he did command, don't spare the rod. Now, I don't know if you've read much Augustine, but he wrote the book on how to channel your lust in a righteous way. He knocked up a concubine, so he got his, and I guess also mine. And I don't know if you've read much Aquinas, but he said pretty much the same things that Augustine did, minus all the sex and the drugs and the juicy stuff. But if you take the two together, it should give you enough for me to find a way to make you love me. But if that doesn't win your Vestal Virgin's devotion, I've got one more idea, and this is a blasphemous notion. But I once heard that singing is like praying twice. God knows if that's true, but it sure sounds nice. Well, I think that Jesus is the ultimate hottie, but it's clear that you worship the female body. So why not try composing her an original hymn? Who knows, she might show you some original sin. You know, I took his advice on just kind of a whim. It's a shot in the dark, yeah, but that's still a shot. And I'm out of ideas. This is the last one I've got. So I lit 7 candles. I said 9 Hail Marys. I swore I would never eat beef, pork, or dairy. I put $20 in the collection pot. Another 15 in the poorhouse slot. And I knelt down and wrote this whole song on the spot. Because there ought to be a way to make you love me. And I was going to ask if you love me, but I think that I won't. Why would I want you to say it when I know that you don't? Yeah. I am done.